every hand. Goddess of the wild night, bringing dreams to shattered light. Valhalla's throne is where I reign, with a heart that knows no pain. Goddess of the wild night, bringing dreams to shattered light. Valhalla's throne is where I reign, with a heart that knows no pain. Areas of courage and might, feel the passion, feel the pride. Crave the edges of my dance, take a leap, take a chance. Attitude lights up the sky, sassy sparks that never die. In my world you'll find the flame, burning bright without a name. Feel the thrill inside your soul, breaking chains to make you whole. Through the chaos find your way, in my kingdom you will stay. Areas of courage and light, feel the passion, feel the pride. Crave the edges of my dance, take a leap, take a chance. Goddess of the wild night, bringing dreams to shattered light. Valhalla's throne is where I reign, with a heart that knows no pain. Areas of courage and light, feel the passion, feel the pride. Crave the edges of my dance, take a leap, take a chance. In the city, neon lights, dancing under cyber skies. Foxes running through the night, glowing with electric eyes. Wicked rich from the east, schemes and plans never cease. Flying with wit, she moves so fast in the shadows of the past. Cyberfox run away, alien dreams night turns to day. Project story of the time, in this world of code sublime. Glitch in the system, clocks rewind, secrets hidden you can find. Tech and dreams they intertwine, through the matrix undefined. Feel the thrill inside your soul, breaking chains to make you whole. Through the chaos find your way, in my kingdom you will stay. Cyberfox run away, alien dreams night turns to day. Project story of the time, in this world of code sublime. In the shadows I reside, with that fire in my eyes. Queen of discord where I stand, chaos in my every hand.
Hello.
Hello.
How goes things?
I is here.
You is of the here?
Yes.
Well, that is all I can ask for.
I know. I mean, you pay me to be here, so I'll be here.
Definitely. I definitely pay you. And I definitely get paid. That's fine. That's great.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. We're professionals.
We are professionals, damn it. Well, hello. Hello, Loki and Penny. And I will not say hi to Josh because I just did.
Aw.
All right, hi, Josh.
Yay. Hello.
Hello. Well, we have some exciting corporate shorts.
Absolutely. Because when I think of fun, I think of 1950s corporate shorts.
Corporate America, even. Yeah.
Hells yeah.
Yes. What could be more fun?
The Royal Rumble's tonight, so that should be fun.
Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
All right,
You know,
who's in it?
WWE.
No, I know. Who's in it? Oh, who cares? Taker's not in it, so what do I care about it anymore? Taker's not there.
You might make an appearance. No, you won't.
I mean, probably not. Not with the condition of his knees. He won't do anything like crazy.
No, he's done taking bumps.
No, he's basically destroyed his knees. And let's be honest with ourselves, that man has such a passion for wrestling that if his knees being destroyed is the only reason he's not currently in the ring.
I mean, he's had other issues. He's also had to replace both hips. I think
Well,
he's
yeah.
had. I think he's
Yeah.
had. I think he's like lost a shoulder muscle.
Yeah, injury. I should have just said in general, if he wasn't so injured from all his years of wrestling, he would be in the ring right now. So
Probably.
yeah,
But I mean, like, have you seen when he like holds up his hands, like how crooked his fingers are?
I have not seen how crooked his fingers are now. No,
Yeah.
but I know it's like the way he walks is very like
It's an old man walk.
yeah. And like almost everything you see him in, he's sitting down.
I can't blame him.
Which honestly, like what, 30 years?
Yeah, and 30 years with just WWE. Not not his prior, because he was with WCW before that. He was also, and he's then doing the small indie stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, Charlotte Flair will be back tonight. Loki has had this game theory for like 2 or 3 months now that he has wanted Charlotte Flair to come back.
I mean, she announced it that she'll be in the Rumble tonight.
I know. And when she announced it, he was so excited because he was like, "Yeah, what is it? Whatever.
Rhea Ripley,
the fake goth chick. Her and the annoying one that I don't like, Lily, whatever the hell."
Liv Morgan,
who are fighting over the ugliest guy I've ever seen.
Dominic Mysterio is a fantastic heel, though.
He is so ugly. He is like trailer park trash, got drug out of an ocean. Okay, I just do not understand. I just don't get whatever.
But he's so good at being a heel. He's so unlikable.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, you came out of this. Really? Ray's my dude. He's like my second favorite to Taker. And you came out of him? How? How the hell did that happen? Anyway, but yeah. Loki's wanted Charlotte Flair to come back and basically get the women in line, essentially. Just because it's just been crazy with those two. The whole like storyline with the women, for the most part, has been they're fighting over a guy, and he wants her to come back and be like, no.
Yeah.
We're better than that. We're better than him. I don't know why we're fighting over him. Okay, let's he might as well be Eddie's kid. No, they actually look like Eddie's kid. Because of that storyline with Ray and whatever.
Guerrero.
It could.
I mean that ladder match for custody, that was just so over the top ridiculous. It was amazing.
So stupid. Oh my gosh, it's so dumb. You're just like, okay, guys. When you look at him when you look at Dominic when he was younger, he looks way more like Ray. So it's like they're very purposefully making him look more like Eddie through makeup.
And I also think that with Ray being like the picture perfect baby face, having his son go complete heel was the right move for his career.
Oh yeah, it also separates them out visually too.
Yes,
even more so as well. So it continues the joke, and that's fine.
I mean, when Ray went into the Hall of Fame, Dominic left his speech so you wouldn't hear it. I mean, just they went that far with the storyline. It's great.
Yeah.
My prediction, it hasn't been announced, but my prediction is that Alexa Bliss will make her return and win the Rumble.
I don't know her. I am aware of Charlotte Flair because she is fabulous.
Charlotte Flair is really good. But Alexa Bliss is also, she's been out for almost 2 years because she went and had a baby or something.
Oh,
yeah.
She's not allowed to have a life. What is it?
Yeah, I know. And then she's had like a number of setbacks for her during her for her recovery. So it's been rumored that she's kind of like ready to come back, and I'm thinking they were saving it for the Rumble.
Yeah, like Charlotte coming back would be. I don't know. Do you want to have two? Like, is she like a kind of? She is well known as Charlotte, and I just don't know her because I'm bad with names.
I mean, she's a former women's champion.
Okay, so they might. I don't know. It would be kind of weird because Charlotte's legacy. So it would be kind of weird for both of them to come back tonight. Because that might steal. You don't want them to share spotlight, right? You want to have spotlight on. You would probably want to have spotlight on one each. So you might want to save her.
But I'm thinking Charlotte's announced it, so it's like we know she will be in the Rumble.
Okay. Oh,
Nothing's happened with. There's been no word on if Alexa will be there.
So Charlotte's kind of already had her moment because she's announced.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right, you're right. All right, that would equal out. You just wouldn't want a legacy. Yeah. He was. Yeah, this is what he said. He was wants Charlotte to come back and clean house. Yeah, because Rhea and Lily's storyline that has just become annoying. I mean,
it's pretty much over though, right? Because like Rio recaptured the heavyweight championship.
No, I understand that, but they could continue it. You see, the problem with that storyline is there is no real definitive ending until like you have a third party come in and definitively end it. So if you just have those two doing it, you can continue that storyline forever because the storylines are back and forth.
Right.
So, and what started this was like Rhea kind of started the whole thing. So,
well, I mean, it started with because she was with Dominic. Then she got hurt at last year's WrestleMania and had to miss like 3 months.
Oh, I'm talking about Lily and Rhea breaking up the team.
Oh, but that's where it started. Rhea had to leave due to injury.
Yes,
legit injury.
No,
Liv Morgan takes the heavyweight title while she's out, and that's when they started that whole story arc.
Yes.
So I mean, I don't know if that was the original plan. I don't know if that was the original plan or not. But that's what they did due to Rhea's injury.
Yeah. I can't stand them. Neither one of them. They're just like, and I see the guy they're fighting over, and I'm just like, really? Like, really? This is the guy y'all are fighting over? This is just silly.
In fairness, how many real life situations can you think of where that's the case?
It is always an ugly guy. I know in the fiction books it's always a hot guy, but in real life it's always a guy where you're just like, are you serious? And it's the same thing with chicks. It's like they'll fight over like a chick, two guys or whatever will fight over a chick, and you're just like, really? Y'all just have problems. I don't know, you know. But yeah, I like he wants her to come back and clean house. I think that's funny. I think that would be a really funny like storyline.
I don't know if they'll have Charlotte win it on her return because she's already won a Royal Rumble.
I don't know how they're going to put her in.
Yeah.
Who's her like primary enemy again? Like her primary person she doesn't like?
I mean, well, and here's the thing, because she's already wrestled Rhea Ripley twice at WrestleMania, so it's like, you want to do that a third time? I don't know. But she's also had like a lot of things with Becky Lynch, who it's rumored she also might be making her return in the Rumble, but I don't know.
That would be crazy. You have 3 chicks come back. Like their big like comeback is the Royal Rumble tonight.
Well, I mean, the Rumble allows for that kind of thing to happen too.
Oh, I know. They give everyone like ding, and then it's like a spotlight. Mm-hmm. They come in, they run in, and they have like their moment.
Yeah.
No, I understand that. I'm just like, you wouldn't want to overload it. But when's the next event after this?
The next big one is the Elimination Chamber.
All right, when's that?
That's
is that March?
I think that's in March, and then after that, the next big one's WrestleMania.
Yeah. You could do like an announcement in the Elimination Chamber. But like Rumble really does allow you to do it because you don't necessarily have to announce
30
everyone's
people
lineup.
to fill out.
Yeah, you have 30 people and you don't necessarily have to announce everyone that's going in beforehand. Whereas like with a lot of these, it's a 1v1. Therefore, in order to sell tickets, particularly if it's pay-per-view, you want to announce who it is.
Right. And also the Rumble also allows for old timers to make a return and stuff like that. So like because I believe Trish Stratus said she's going to be at the Rumble.
Ugh. Anyway.
Yeah. And then my pick for the guys Rumble is I think Kevin Owens is going to lose the ladder match with Cody, and then he's going to win the Royal Rumble.
Why?
So that he can then challenge him at WrestleMania.
I mean, that would be a perfect setup.
I do want them to keep the Golden Eagle belt instead of the stupid W belt, though. The Golden Eagle one is just so much prettier.
Yeah, Loki and I were talking about that. We were talking about Taker belt, the Taker's belt, right? Which is the closest thing you actually kind of get to it as far as official like WWE merchandising, is the Golden Eagle belt, right? And ever since I've seen it, I'm just like, yeah, that's pretty cool, you know?
Yeah, that Golden Eagle belt's beautiful compared to the stupid W belt.
Yeah, then you look at the W belt, you're just like, ugh.
So just go back to the Golden Eagle. It's so much prettier.
Yeah, and you have it now, so.
Yeah, you brought it out of retirement for the Saturday Night's Main Event, like back in December. So just bring it back. Just keep it.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Shall we?
Yes. Let's get to corporate America.
Oh my goodness. University of Alabama.
Yay.
Disgusting.
Yes.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay. What is a business?
What is a business? Is that too loud?
You could turn that down a hair, I think.
Yeah. About right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, that's better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Main Street.
What about Sherman Street?
Yeah, that's racist.
Business. What is business anyway?
I don't know.
Tell me.
Business is everything we see along this street and much more.
Even that guy?
It is any enterprise which is organized to satisfy our wants for goods and services. Men and women establish businesses in the hope of making a profit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thus, they earn their livelihood by supplying goods and services which others desire. The world is so full of these goods and services that we take them for granted. Yet without them, we could have almost none of the things that we have come to consider necessary.
That dude was just walking right across the railroad tracks.
Just think what it would mean if all this were taken away and we were suddenly required to produce our own food, make our own clothes, build our own homes.
The 1800s?
Yeah.
It would mean living like this.
Would it be a pain? Yes. Could people do it? Yes, because they've done it before.
Yeah.
So.
Each of us would have to work single-handedly to create the bare necessities of life. For it is business.
Hey, that sounds like a song.
Organizer of cooperative effort among people and creator of elaborate machinery and equipment, which is responsible for the comfortable life we live today. Business set the stage for this scene of the Harrison
This
family.
is a dining room table.
Business
Yes.
built their comfortable home, provided father with the clothes he wears, fashioned the spoon that John is using, manufactured the chair in which mother sits.
You can sit on the ground, and you
Made
can make your
made
own
the
furniture.
gorgeous wallpaper.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
But it's like the idea of like a table and chairs that's been around for centuries.
Again, you can sit on the ground.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Or you do what I do most evenings. I have like dinner in my lap because I'm eating on my sofa.
True. So, just saying.
Yeah. I love the business suit at dinner time there, father.
Yeah. Oh. Like the first thing I do when I get home for work is I change into something more comfortable.
Yes.
That is like priority number one.
Yes.
And produced the breakfast cereal Joan is eating. That's cereal.
With the toaster
Now,
right
where did
next
it
to
come
her.
from?
Yeah.
It was bought in a box at a grocery store, of course, but long before then,
Breakfast
it
of
started
Champions.
as growing grain
Oh,
on a
yeah.
farm. We seldom think of farming as a business. Yet
Uh,
agriculture is one of
Really?
the basic industries which
Really? Try to tell me you're from this, like, you're really a city kid, okay?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm from the country by any stretch of the imagination, but like not even 5 minutes from my house, there is a farm with cows. So maybe that's just a Texas thing. I don't know. Like, I don't know. That's just. What do you think they're selling? What do you think they're doing with those cows?
I grew up in middle of nowhere, Wisconsin. My house was surrounded by cornfields. So, like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
What?
We need food from our farmers. That's where we get it.
Yeah.
And in no way is China buying it up all our farmland.
Definitely not.
No.
That is 100% not happening.
Correct.
It's okay.
Don't worry about it.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
make up one phase of business activity, production. Farms produce the food for our tables, materials for our clothing, hides for leather products, and raw materials for many other things. Although less than a quarter of our population live on farms, these people are able not only to supply our wants, but also to produce a surplus for export, thanks to improved farming methods and to modern machinery produced by other businesses. This is one example of how various types of business work together and assist each other.
Yeah, it's called industries.
Country, but throughout the world. Lumbering and fishing make up another of the basic industries which supply raw materials to our business system.
Yeah?
Wood pulp for paper, lumber for our houses and furniture, fish for direct consumption and for canning.
Oh, that's it.
Still another basic industry is mining. Many things we use every day have some sort of metal in them.
I would have put mining closer to to the lumber than pairing it with fishing.
Yeah.
Like fishing is why wasn't fishing part of the farming industry? Because like that's food related.
Yeah.
I'm confused by your structure, sir.
Yes. Be better. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in making the products we need and want. They have to be refined and fabricated by the various heavy industries. And even when iron ore has been transformed into sheet steel, it still is not in the form of a product commonly used, such as this toaster on the Harrison's breakfast table. What is
Why is it
needed
on the
is the
table?
work of another type of business.
Just go toast it on the counter like a normal person and then bring it back.
Yeah.
Why is your toaster on the table? Do you know how tiny that table is? You're taking up a whole corner.
Yeah. Why isn't it on the counter and then you make your toast there and then you serve it to the table when it's done?
Like a normal person?
Yeah.
Weird.
Why would you do this?
I don't know. I don't know.
Of our major industries, manufacturing. This is the real heart of business activity. Mass production enables more people to obtain more of the things they want, and in so doing, provides jobs for thousands of workers.
Okay.
Okay.
The assembly line shows again how business brings about the cooperation of many people to supply the wants of all. The toaster is manufactured not only by the workers, you see.
If this is about toasters, and the only reason the toaster was on the table was because they had to show them eating breakfast with the toaster in frame, and it had to be in the forefront instead of in the background.
I feel like we could have done this a little smoother.
Yeah.
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 Here by men and women employed in the many widely separated factories that produce the various parts here assembled into a finished product. Thus, any business concern is dependent upon many others, some of which may be located in distant parts of the world.
Yeah.
Each is a customer of the various concerns which produce the materials it needs, and each, in turn, serves its own customers with the goods it makes. We have examined the production phase of business activity, which includes farming, lumbering and fishing, mining and manufacturing.
Although
But
fishing
not
has
enough
nothing to
for
do with the
business merely
toaster.
to produce goods. The
Yeah.
toasters, manufactured here, for instance, must reach the homes of the people who want them. Production is but one phase of business activity. The second is distribution. Sometimes distribution is a very simple matter. John's egg, for instance, was delivered to the door directly by the farmer. But in most cases, as with the toaster,
Where the hell do you live where you're getting your eggs delivered to by the farmer?
I guess they know them.
I guess, but like, I get the milk distribution. Was that common to have your eggs distributed to you?
It could be.
Weird. That's weird. That's a new one. Huh.
move long distances and pass through several hands in going from producer to consumer. From the factory, the toasters are shipped to wholesale houses in different sections of the country and in foreign lands. A wholesale house buys various products in large quantities from producers and resells them in smaller quantities to retailers. For many of the products we use, the wholesaler acts as an important link in the chain of distribution.
Yes.
From the wholesale house, the goods are distributed to various retailers, the merchants who deal directly with the ultimate consumers, the people who use the products. The retail store is the part of the distribution system with which we are most familiar.
Yes.
All retail stores, no matter what kind of merchandise they handle, have a common purpose: to sell goods directly to consumers. It was a retail merchant who sold the Harrisons their toaster. Production, distribution, and there is yet a third phase of business activity, one which neither produces goods nor distributes them, but whose chief function is to provide needed services. When Mrs. Harrison makes out a grocery list, she doesn't need to carry it to the store. She may instead telephone her order. Communication,
Or DoorDash.
telephone, telegraph, and radio
Yeah.
is one of the truly vital services provided by business. The ability to communicate rapidly with people across the town and across the world has helped bring about more widespread cooperation among different business organizations, and consequently has made all business activities everywhere more interdependent, one upon the others. Another essential business service is transportation. Modern means of transport enable all of us to move about quickly wherever we wish, and allow business to draw upon the resources of the world and to distribute the products of farm and factory in great quantities to great numbers of people. Rapid transportation and communication have made the world of business truly one world.
Oh. Oh no, it's the one world order.
No.
Banking is another business service which is vital to all business. A bank is a nerve center
And
of the
not
financial
corrupt at
transactions
all.
by which goods
Definitely
and
not.
services are exchanged. There are countless other types of service businesses, providing lodging, supplying food, offering entertainment, and a variety of other services, many of which are essential to our modern mode of living, and all of which help to fulfill our desires for a higher standard of living and a fuller enjoyment of life.
Like George Washington.
Service
Here.
enterprises, like those engaged in production and distribution, are started by people who hope to make a profit by satisfying other people's needs and wants. Profit is the lifeblood of business. Owners of enterprises would be forced out of business if they operated at us.
Uh-huh.
We have seen what business is, and something of the part it plays in the life of a family. Now,
I guess you
as
have.
Mr. Harrison sets out for work,
Yes, yeah.
we are again reminded that business is also employment. In functioning to satisfy our needs and wants for goods and services, business provides the means of livelihood for most of the working population. To understand business and its main phases of production, distribution, and service,
Whoa, almost hit that lady
is to
there.
understand much of
Yeah,
what
what
goes
the
on
hell?
about us every day. For the world we live in is a world of business.
I live on Sherman Street.
Okay. I was just sitting there going, uh-huh. Yes.
Well, do you know what business is now?
Business is none of yours.
No, Mary, this is not another Captain America serial.
No. No, it's not.
I could probably find another superhero short, but a series of shorts. I bet I could.
I don't know. Captain America just murdering people was so funny.
That was pretty epic. And of course, I don't know if we'll ever top the doll of Captain America falling down the mine shaft.
God, that was a classic.
That was amazing.
So good.
So, what is business? It's something that exists to make money. The end.
Yeah, that was like a very long way of saying that. It's like he was confident. It's like he was very sure that he was teaching me something, and I just no.
It's like business has manufacturing. Manufacturing sometimes requires parts made by other manufacturers. Like, yeah.
Correct.
Oh, Mary, I have my ways. I think we'll do another serial this year at some point.
Oh yeah, at some point we'll definitely do it. Well, thank you, University of Alabama, for teaching me so much.
I can't believe Alabama didn't teach me much.
Yeah. I mean, I expected more.
Yeah, roll tide. Yeah, maybe roll business. How about that? Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, I went there.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. All right.
Yeah, that was 10 minutes of nothing.
That was 10 minutes of me just going, yep, and okay.
All right.
That was great. All right, next one.
Next short. Thank you, Cornette.
You were not that exciting. Stop it.
You can tell by the teller. Yep. I know what Bell is.
The bell system. Yeah, it's a.
You can tell the quality of a company by its tellers. And you always tell the...
What the hell's a teller in this instance? Because I was thinking a bank teller, but this isn't a bank, so I'm confused now.
Yeah. I associate a teller with a bank. I'm not sure what a telephone company would be doing with a teller.
What is a teller? Okay, a person employed to deal with customer transactions in a bank. Thank you so much. All right, a person who tells something. Thank you.
Thank you, Google.
Thank you, Google. You have really enlightened me.
See you, Mary.
Bye. Okay, so we have a teller that's not at the bank. Interesting.
Yeah.
By the way she does her work.
Here's your receipt, and thank you, Mrs. Fenton.
You're welcome.
Toodles.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good
Hi.
morning.
Oh my gosh, I'm a man. Ah!
$4.85 out of $10.
That's right. Nice day, isn't it?
Yes, it certainly is.
No, it's shit.
Oh. Small talk, the tutorial.
That was $4.85.
Yes, that's what I asked for. And yeah, that's what. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
$95.
Oh,
And
God.
5 is 10.
Woman.
Here's your receipt.
Woman.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
She gave him his change. Okay.
May I
Good.
help you?
My
job.
bill.
We met her for only a few seconds, but that was time enough for her to impress us with her friendliness.
With her ability to do like the what? What is she impressing? She just did her job. I don't know. That's not like a job. You did your job.
Wonderful pause game, by the way.
Thank you.
Great job on those chipmunk cheeks.
Yeah, well, you know.
But I mean, you should. This is one of those. You should not have to teach people to do their job and be polite. But this is the society we live in, apparently.
No, this is the 1950s.
Well, true. I mean, you need to tell people this now.
Yeah. I just, like... She made an impression? Are you okay, sir?
Have you met many people?
Yeah. I mean, that was a very just basic interaction.
Yeah.
But okay.
Ability and accuracy. She made us feel good toward herself and her company.
What?
Yet in those same few seconds, what a different story is told by this teller.
Hey!
T-
Hey, hun!
yeah.
Could you, Hi, I'm here.
Yeah. I mean, you have peripheral vision, correct, lady?
Are you okay?
I mean, I've had to wait on the teller, but you know what they usually do? I'll be with you in just a moment, sir.
Yeah.
You know, because they're finishing up the transaction on something else.
Yeah.
But
I'll be with you in just a moment.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, just give me a second, you know, if it's a more informal place, like,
Mhm.
un momento. Like, I don't know, it's just like...
I'll be with you in just a moment.
Yes. You know, it's just,
Yeah. I mean, and I've had some experiences where I have felt ignored by the staff. You know what I do? I take my business elsewhere.
yeah. Yeah. I've done that before too, where you're just like, okay, well, bye. You know?
Yeah.
So at this point, I would have
Wow.
I probably would have already said, excuse me.
Yeah.
Hey, excuse me.
Especially
looking.
especially right after she just made eye contact with you. So it's like, lady, come on.
Oh, is this one open? You know, is this one? You know.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Am I interrupting something? You should.
Or just like, hello.
Is your register open?
Yeah. Are you on break? Like, I can go to a different one if that's cool. Like,
but when an employee's on break, that's why you have a break room. So
yes,
a place where the staff isn't in front of people.
yes. But you're just kind of like, okay, so am I doing something wrong? Did I miss a sign? Right? Like, is there like, surely you're not ignoring me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, surely that's not what's happening right now, because that would be stupid.
Right.
Like, you're in a customer service job. Generally speaking, if I'm especially if, you know, I'm not rude, and I'm like never rude, unless rudeness is put on to me first, right? Like, I'm not rude, and you're ignoring me. I have questions. Like, third, like, did I just accidentally go up to a random person, right? You know, because sometimes people will, like, if there's just like a generic like shirt that they'll wear, right? And somebody just happens to be wearing that same shirt, and you come up to them from behind, right?
I've had a little old lady once confuse me for a grocery store employee.
Yeah.
It's like, excuse me, where can I find the eggs? And I'm like, lady, I don't work here. And then like the old lady's daughter's like, Mom, he doesn't work here. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's like, I mean, I don't take offense, but I can understand how some people might.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just doing my shopping, lady. Leave me alone. Oh, am I inconveniencing you?
Oh, excuse me.
Okay, well, that's on her, not the cashier.
I call it How to Lose Friends and Infuriate People all in one easy lesson. Is it any wonder then why we are so careful about the kind of girl we put behind this desk? To fill this position, what sort of a girl?
Oh my God, she's dead!
Obviously, we need a personable young woman, alert and accurate, with a quick mind and a ready smile. We remember that she is the only face-to-face contact many of our customers have with the company.
No one's ever seen her before.
What number were you calling, please?
She impresses the customer with her voice with a smile.
God, I'm glad we don't rely on
However,
switchboards
the most frequent
anymore.
opportunity our customers have to meet the telephone company in person is during their visits to pay their bills. Now, everybody pays bills.
She's in jail.
Everybody expects to pay bills. But you know yourself that nobody really enjoys paying out money, especially if they feel it is not appreciated. With our company, it is the teller who lets the customer know the payment of his bill is appreciated. That is why this is one of the most important public relations jobs in the entire Bell telephone system. Just because the contact is brief, or because it's the same thing repeated, don't let the customer
So did they
feel
rely
that the
on
transaction is mere routine
like
to us.
tellers to do
It is
to
not
do the financing?
routine to the customer. Every one of them has had to make some effort to get here. Let's consider this housewife. She had to arrange her housework and comb her hair and change her clothes to come down.
She had to arrange her housework. Okay, okay.
And arrange her hair
Yeah.
before she left home to go to the bank / telephone company. You can't just not do the household chores. You had to rearrange your household chores there, lady.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Down here. This man is taking time from his work to get in to pay this bill. And everyone likes to feel that his effort is appreciated as well as his payment. You will show this naturally if you remember to treat your customers as graciously as you greet guests in your own home. And why not? In a sense, you are the hostess for the company. You are the one they come to in an attractive, quiet office.
So it's more like a
receptionist. Set off your friendliness, tact, and graciousness.
Sounds like
Qualities that make your work pleasant and that please
I didn't
your
know
customers.
color was another
The
name for that.
overtones in good service. And it's so easy to be friendly. Working with customers is the most interesting part of your job. The actual mechanics of taking the money, stamping the receipt, and returning the change can be done as effortlessly as a hostess serving her guests. And like her, you can make the act seem personal to the one you are serving. You can make the customer feel important, and believe me, the customer is important to us.
You know, when I worked at Walmart, we were trained, always count the change back to the customer. I didn't think this was like revolutionary, information.
Yeah.
But all right.
Okay.
But did the teller have to reorganize her housework?
That is an excellent question. We gotta know.
Yeah. You can't rely on a man to do it.
Of course not.
No, that's women's work.
Our advertising is designed to help those customers get to know us better. Our service representative does her best to give a pleasing and satisfactory service. Our installers and repairmen combine courtesy with efficiency in their work.
Is your husband home?
And likewise, the teller has her chance to impress our customers favorably. After all, she meets them face to face more frequently than all the others put together.
Mm-hmm.
She is the one who can say,
Usually, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson.
she is the one who can thank the customers for their payments while showing a personal interest in serving them.
Good morning. Good morning. I want to pay $5 on this bill. My husband's been sick and our expenses have been pretty heavy. I know how that is. I'll be glad to credit your account. Thank you.
Now, notice how she gives the closing a personal touch.
$15 next month, or your service is canceled.
Here's your receipt. Thank you, Mrs. Wright. And I do hope Mr. Wright will be well soon. Oh, he's getting better, thank you.
An alert and thoughtful girl like that is sure to please her customers.
Basic small talk.
The company can constantly improve its service, handle more long-distance calls faster, more accurately, keep the connections trouble-free.
Oh my
promptly
God.
Prepare simple, accurate bills. In short, spare no pains to give the best possible
What
service
the hell
at
is
the
that?
lowest cost.
What's happening
But
right
that
now?
can all be undone by a girl like this. Inconsiderate, unfriendly, she has let her work become mechanical, forgetting she is a human being dealing with human beings. Remember,
I mean, that's easy to
everyone
do
you
in
deal with
retail.
has problems on his mind. This man, for instance, just learned he must undergo an operation. This woman is worried about her baby. And this girl is thinking, although we all know what young girls think about.
What?
Anyway,
I need you
What?
to explain what you just said.
What? Was she thinking how freakishly huge her neck is?
Bah.
It's a big neck.
It is. That it is.
So what was she thinking of?
Yeah. Oh, we all know. Actually, no. No, we don't.
Well, you were a young girl once. What were you thinking of?
I don't know.
That was just such an odd thing. Like, wait, what?
And he said it so confidently.
Yeah. Like, well, we all know what young girls are thinking about. Like, do we?
But we do?
It's that's news to me.
Yeah. Okay.
although we meet them for only a few seconds, we can give each one the friendly, personal consideration we ourselves would like to receive. Even a little thing like giving simple directions can be done so as to arouse respect and admiration.
Good afternoon. Can I help you?
Is there a telephone booth around where I can make a telephone call?
Yes, right over there. Do you need any change?
No, I have a 5 cents. Thank you.
You're welcome.
There was a bit of service plus. It was thoughtful of her to ask whether the woman needed change. However, it's not always possible for her to take care of every request herself.
Good morning.
Morning. Do you have a telephone directory for Middletown?
I'm not sure. All of our out-of-town directories are in that bookcase across the room. If you don't find it, one of the young ladies at the desk will be glad to help you.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
When she must refer the person elsewhere, she does so courteously. This woman, for instance, believes
There's a mistake here. I don't know anything about this call on my bill.
We certainly want to correct any mistake. I don't have those records right here, but if you'll step over to the second desk, Miss Sherman will be glad to look it up for you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
at times she may be unable to grant the request, and she politely explains why.
Can I make a payment on an electric bill here?
No, I'm sorry. You can make that payment in their office 2 blocks down the street.
I was afraid of that. Well, thanks anyhow.
You're welcome.
But why'd you?
And so she continues meeting dozens of different types of situations, some simple, some difficult and calling for much tact. She handles all of them skillfully, naturally. She couldn't be more at home if she were in her own living room.
I
Yet
love
this
smoking
fact
in
is the
public
result of
places.
viewpoint, study, and practice, just like the flitting fingers of an expert typist. Both acquired their skills through careful application. They deliberately formed correct working habits. Now, how many such skills, all involving good overtones, do you think a teller must develop? 5? 7? 10? Well, let's count them. 1. Greet the customer.
Okay.
2. Receive his bill and money.
Okay.
All right.
3. Separate the stub from the bill. 4.
Okay.
Verify with the customer the money received.
Will this be on the
and
test?
amount to be paid.
Uh,
Stamp the stub and the bill.
my pen ran out of ink. I can't take notes.
Oh no.
Make the correct change.
Not the incorrect change.
7. Place the change in the customer's hand.
Okay.
8.
8.
Skim off the top.
Hand the customer his receipt, noting his name. 9. Thank the customer by name if the name on the receipt appears to be his. 10. File the receipted stub. 11. Place the money in the cash box. 12. Be alert to greet the next customer. 12 of them, a full dozen, and there is
Oh,
one
my
correct
goodness.
way to perform each of
My
them,
goodness.
with only a few seconds to do them all perfectly, and at the same time to establish a personal relationship with the customer and maintain good overtones.
Small talk is not performing is not
And yet
forming
we
a
have seen
personal
how simple
relationship.
it is when we've learned how to do it.
No.
To learn the correct
Now
way
you
to do
can
each
get
item,
a customer
let's
that's
follow a skillful
constantly
girl,
coming
and she
in,
does her
and you
job
get to know them a
pleasantly
little bit.
and effectively.
Yeah.
She starts the day right by arranging her tools in the most convenient positions. She keeps the receipt stamp on its pad near the clear space on which she
But
handles the
Good
customer's
way to
bill.
get it to dry out.
Yeah.
Directly in front of her, where she can see the contents by simply lowering her eyes, is the cash box, where her coins are always arranged according to their value. First, pennies, then
Oh my
nickels,
God.
dimes, quarters, and half dollars.
Oh my goodness.
With each denomination always in the same section, the bills are placed portrait side up, clearly showing her their faces. That is a clever system. Our most
That's
accurate
what I
tellers
that's what I
have
tried to
developed
do when I was
to
a
prevent
cashier.
themselves from handing out the
Uh-huh.
wrong bill. In the extra space are kept the larger denominations and rolls of coins. Beside the cash box is the receptacle for filing the company's receipted stubs. A logical place for everything, and everything in its place. Ready for business, she will greet her first customer by letting him know she is at his service. Her look will be as friendly and helpful as her voice, as she says,
Good morning.
Good morning.
she accepts the bill and money, placing them on the clear space before her. Thus, they cannot get mixed up with anything else on her desk. and the customer's money can be easily identified. With a swift, single motion, she divides the bill. One part for the customer, the other for the company, so that both have a record of the payment.
So, yeah, it's called a
To
receipt.
make sure we caught exactly how she
Yeah.
separates the bill and the stub, let's watch her do it again.
Really?
It's quick, it's easy, and it leaves
No,
a
I know
neat
how to
edge.
do this.
It's
To be
perforated
accurate and to
paper.
avoid any misunderstanding, she verifies the figures with him.
$4.85 out of $10.
By looking him in the eyes as she does so, she makes him realize he is receiving personal attention.
Josh.
Uh-huh.
We're almost halfway done. And we're only an hour in to our show. Who are these videos for?
I mean, this is clearly... was this like a Bell like training video, I guess?
It would have to be. But I okay, so your entire job is to sit and make change for people. You're not even wrapping something up. You're not putting it into a bag. It doesn't even seem like you're scanning anything. People are just handing you money and you give them change. That is all you're doing.
He also said filing their bill.
Oh, okay.
You know, so
Well, I haven't seen her do that yet. Okay. All I've seen her do.
That was one of the 12 steps.
I'll be honest, I zoned out during the whole stuff. He got to about 6, and I was like, oh, okay. So,
yeah, we still have 2 more shorts.
I have. Well, I'm just sitting here. It's like, okay, so I have to look at them. I have to give them attention, but I also have to do my job.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you. If somebody is quick and efficient, I really don't care if I feel like I've had a personal experience with them or not. Okay. Usually, if I'm out in public and I'm doing errands, the quicker I can get them done, the more efficient way I can get them done, the better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care past that. As long as you're not rude.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I worked at Walmart, it was people just wanted the transaction done so they could just go about their day.
Yeah.
So it's like if they wanted like change in certain denominations, I'd double check with them and stuff like that. But I wasn't talking to them about like their what their house life is like or anything like that, or how their kids are doing. Like they just want to get their stuff and go.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care about that kind of stuff.
The only time I was a little difficult with a client, with the customer, was when he was being a dick.
Yeah. And at that point, it's like, well, you started it. I don't know what you want.
Yeah. The guy tried making a return on something that was against company policy to have a return on. I forget what exactly it was, but it was we can't take that back.
Yeah, all sales are final kind of thing.
Yeah. And he was not having it. And he's pointing to his receipt, like demanding that we take it. At some point during his ranting and raving, he lost the receipt, and then he accused me of stealing the receipt.
Yes. That's what I do in my day, is I steal receipts.
And as he's storming up, this was Thanksgiving, by the way. This was on Thanksgiving, so I already don't want to be there.
Yikes.
So he's swearing at me. He then starts shouting at me about stealing his receipt, swearing at me. His probably like 4 or 5-year-old son is with him.
Of course.
Yeah. Just what a great dad. And so as he's finally just storming off, Happy Thanksgiving, sir.
Why are you not home helping your wife cook?
I would imagine she left him.
I was like, oh, that's why you don't have a wife, because you're probably divorced, because this is how you act.
But yeah, I will never forget the little, that was like the one time I got a little snippy with a customer. He was being a dick to me on Thanksgiving, so I just twisted that little knife, as he's leaving.
Well, that's nicer than I think a lot of people would have done. Because, no.
Right, but sometimes
Oh, yeah.
killing with kindness is much worse when someone that angry.
That's what I'm saying, is like, that's nicer than a lot of people would have done, but I think you just cheerfully telling him and have a nice day, letting him know that he did not spread his anger to you, was probably much better.
And reminding him, this is Thanksgiving.
Yeah, what are you doing out?
Yeah. It's like, I'm here because I don't have a choice. I mean, I do, but I don't really. I'm working.
Yeah. Plus, you get those holiday hours.
I did. Yes.
Yeah, money.
But then I also had to report in at 3 a.m. for Black Friday. So that was fun.
No. Disgusting.
Yeah, that was kind of a long day. Because it was I worked Thanksgiving, got home, grabbed some leftover turkey, and then immediately had to go to bed.
Oh yeah. Oh, obviously.
Great day. Yeah, I loved working at Walmart.
Gross. Just the idea of no. Holiday money, yes, but dealing with people, no.
On Black Friday, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the most surreal days I ever had. I'll also say, it went by extremely quickly.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Because I was always doing something.
Yeah, I can't imagine there was a dull moment.
No, it was it was busy.
Well, this was back when Black Friday was also like a big deal. It's like within like the last 5 to 10 years, it stopped being a big deal.
I mean, it still is, but like Amazon has significantly.
Well, not in store. That's what I'm saying. Not as much in store, I would imagine.
I mean, it still is. You still can get some really good deals.
I meant the crowds.
Well, yes, the crowds have thinned out because you have Cyber Monday.
Yes, you have online sales, so it just allows for that, which I'm glad, because like a lot of them are really dangerous. So, and people basically risking their lives to get a deal. No.
I remember we were selling like flat screen TVs for like $100. It was a crazy good deal. But we only had like a certain amount in stock, right? And that deal goes extremely fast. So we had this guy come in who was like, I want one of the flat screen TVs for $100, and we were like, those are gone. We're sold out. But I got here at 5 a.m. Well, these people were here at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Sorry, pal.
It's like also 24-hour Walmarts. Oh. Kind of miss it.
I don't miss being at a 24-hour Walmart.
No, I just meant like if you were up late because of like schoolwork in college or whatever, or you had like a late, like a, graveyard shift, or you got off late or something and you went to Walmart because it was open 24 hours, you could get like something pretty quick from their deli food wise, right?
Yes.
You didn't have to make it. You could just grab it. Hell, you could even eat it in the car on the way home and then just go to bed. And that's just like
True.
so nice. Because like maybe I don't want fast food. Maybe I want like a clean wrap,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Walmart isn't like the healthiest thing, but there's no way that it is less healthy than Taco Bell. So
Right.
stuff like that. I'd miss it. And it's like I feel like on those retail shifts, as far as like Walmart goes, like that late at night, it was either the most chill shift ever or it was the weirdest shift ever. I feel like there's no in between.
Yeah. Yeah, there were times when it's like I'm just waiting to close up. Because like no, there's surprisingly not that many people buying sporting goods equipment at 11 o'clock at night.
I would imagine the only people that would buy sporting goods equipment at night, like late at night, right, even to like 1 a.m., would be somebody who's going hunting the next day or fishing the next day.
Or have nefarious things in mind.
Or have nefarious, yeah. But it's like, okay, what do you watch too many true crime things?
I've been watching a lot lately, yeah.
I haven't been watching nearly as much. I like to, so I'll go in cycles and I'll binge watch all of them, and then I'll go like months without watching any, and then I'll binge watch them again. So that's usually how I consume it. Just because I know when I get on a kick, I'm gonna watch more and more and more.
Yeah, I saw one the other day where they never found the guy's wife's body, but he had like Google searches like how long does a body take to decompose inside a trash bag, how to get blood off of the floor, how to replace carpeting, how to
eliminate the fuck out of myself. Like
it's like, why are you searching for these things at 2:30 in the morning? There's only one reason, Pat buddy.
Yeah.
How to make homemade formaldehyde? Like, why do you need to know that?
I wonder what you could be up to.
And then the next morning, he bought like $1,000 of cleaning supplies.
Interesting. Total coincidence that your wife is also missing.
Yeah. He got convicted.
Obviously. I say
Later,
obviously.
Penny.
Oh, bye.
Yeah.
All right.
Sir.
That's right. I'm just getting in under the wire this month. I thought I'd sent you a check, but I discovered that I hadn't.
Bills are easy to overlook, aren't they?
This one was.
I don't
Then, in
care.
order to turn them into receipts, she stamps both parts of the bill. Of course, you notice that she used her stamp like a lady.
Hold on a second. Let me get that instant replay. Let me get that instant replay. I gotta see this ladylike stamping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both parts of the bill. Of course, you noticed.
So she's not like stamping it like a guy.
So she's not aggressively stamping it?
Or it's like,
What?
bam. The fact that they've had the need to point that out.
Yes, she does ladylike stamping.
It's like, in my experience, it's been as long as the damn stamp is on there, who the hell cares?
Yeah. As long as you're quick and efficient with it, I really don't care.
Yeah. It's like, I don't care if it's like half on the line or not, as long as it's in the vicinity of where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly. But
That stamp like a lady and not like a carpenter.
what?
A skillful.
Okay, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, hey, Shay.
So women can't be carpenters now, I see.
But she also had like they also have different stamps.
Yeah? Yeah.
So I don't understand what the issue is. She has one that you have to like push it down in order to get the stamp on.
Yes.
So why is that an issue? And again, who cares as long as the stamp is on the damn receipt?
Yeah. I certainly don't. Who's judging this?
Were people triggered about stamps back then?
Oh my god. She stamps like a carpenter.
Shay.
I can't handle it.
Pull up Shay's comment.
What if I popped into yeah, she stamps like no, for sure. For sure. Like she stamps look at how she stamps like a lady. What? She's just stamping, ma'am. I don't think it's that deep.
Yeah. But she doesn't stamp like a carpenter, unlike this harlot.
Yeah, I gotta see what stamping like a carpenter looks like. Hold on.
Yeah.
Grasps the stamp firmly,
Hold
pressing
on.
it lightly on
Hold
the
on.
ink
Oh,
pad.
we're about to get a tutorial.
Both
Oh my god.
parts of the bill.
Hold on.
Oh.
Of course, you noticed that she used her stamp like a lady.
Okay.
Yeah.
And not like a carpenter. A skillful teller grasps the stamp.
I thought those were
They have different. This is a stamp that you actually do have to press down to make sure it all the ink gets put on.
Yeah, in fact, I'll go ahead and say I think the second one was better.
Yeah,
Because I know for a fact I'm going to be able to see that stamp, whereas this other one, it's like, okay, so it looks like they're using the same stamp. Why did the other one have to, like, press down on it? And it's, like, gently, like, rotating it, right? Like, I feel like the one that's pressing down on it is going, that, at least I know for a fact I'm going to be able to see it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the biggest issue I can see with the other stamp was it might be harder to make sure the ink is on it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was stamp etiquette.
I didn't either. I just,
Well, this is what you need to look for in your teller, apparently.
Apparently. I am baffled right now. I am truly baffled. I had no idea there was some kind of etiquette. Wow. No clue. I had not the foggiest idea.
Yeah.
All right. Ben, he's about to teach us how to do it.
Firmly, pressing it lightly on the ink pad. She then places it gently in the correct position.
So ladylike.
And rolls it down with a quick motion. The result is a legible impression giving the date and her number.
Okay.
For the correct amount of change,
oh my
she
God.
reaches into her cash box. And to make certain of being accurate, she selects the smallest number of coins and bills to make...
If it's accurate, who the shit cares?
I mean, I mean, I tried to use the fewest amount of bills and stuff too when I was doing cashiering, but sometimes the customer might ask for like, "Hey, can I get that? Like instead of like a 20, can you give me like 4 5s?"
Yeah, like they'll like I don't know, they have $5 parking, and by you
Yeah.
giving them 4 5s, that just makes it quicker to park instead of having to wait for them to get change.
Yeah.
Assuming they have change.
Yeah, they might have some need for have certain denominations, so you try to accommodate the customer. It doesn't matter. The store is still getting the same amount of money.
Yeah, exactly. Just baffling.
Yeah.
The correct change. The payment of $4.85 added to the 15 cents in coin makes 5, and a 5 makes 10.
Yeah.
She then picks up the receipt. She holds the $5 and receipt in her left hand, and the coins
What
in
does
her
this
right.
matter?
Beginning with the amount paid, she counts the money into his hand.
45, 90, 5, and 5 is 10.
Not having to check his change, he is ready to accept his receipt.
I always double check. What do you mean? I don't know how long they've been on shift. They might have like accidentally misadded,
Yeah.
That's fine.
In fact, there have been times when I've gotten my change back and go, "Oh, you gave me an extra $1."
Yeah.
Because it happens.
Yeah, especially if like the bills are stick together.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I often check too, just to make sure, but but again, at least how it was at Walmart, we were trained. You always count the change back to the customers so that they know they're getting their money back.
Yeah, generally speaking, like there are a couple places where it's like, this is your change. But then again, I can't really remember the last time where I paid something for it in cash and got change back. Generally speaking, if I'm paying in cash, it's because it's a cashless thing.
Yeah.
And that's usually like parking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like if it's like they don't have one of those like little meter things, you can go in and pay for it like by the hour, right?
Oh, Shay, yes. Foreign coins in the roll. Oh, yeah, that's annoying.
Foreign coins. Oh God.
Because you can't use it. So, but it got in there.
Oh my goodness. All right.
And to move on promptly.
Here's your receipt. Thank you, Mr. Miller.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
There's a point. How do you suppose she knew his name?
I don't know.
Yes, that's
he gave her bill. I mean, yeah, surely.
No doubt about it. He enjoyed doing business with her. We all like people who...
I wouldn't say I've enjoyed doing my business with somebody as far as like a human being there, unless like I've been there enough times to have a relationship, right? Like
yes.
the comic book store, right? Like we've been there enough times. We know the lady that runs it, right?
Right.
Like, so we kind of, I don't know if I'd call it a relationship, but we know each other well enough that we recognize each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she knows what she's talking about, so I feel comfortable talking to her about like, oh, here's some vague like, oh, do you have this that's like this or that? And there's like, oh, well, here's like a blah blah blah, There's stuff like that,
Yeah.
I've never gone to the bank to deposit like money, and like I don't even remember their face. Okay, I don't remember their face. I don't remember their name. I do not expect them to remember my name, nor my face. And there's always someone different there. So
yeah. It's like the times I've gone to the bank and I've I'm depositing a check. Most of the time, I can't even tell you what I can't even tell you who served me, if it was a guy or a girl, because I don't care.
More normally, it's a chick.
It does tend to be a chick, yeah.
Yeah. Generally speaking, in the back, it tends to be a chick. But like several times, it's been a guy. So I don't care as long as you give me my stuff. As long as you deposit it, I don't really care.
Yeah.
As long as you do your job, I could care less.
Exactly.
Taken. As he leaves, she files her stub in its proper place. By filing the stub and arranging his money in her cash box, she finishes the transaction and is ready to serve the next customer, looking her squarely in the eyes as she greets her.
Good morning. May I help you? Yes, please.
No.
And that's all there is to it. Of course, the money is later deposited in the bank, and the receipted stub goes to the accounting office. There, it is used to credit the customer's account so that he will not be billed again for the amount he has already paid.
That's why you have receipts.
I just realized this isn't a bank. I knew this wasn't a bank.
Yeah.
He kept saying teller.
Yeah.
My brain.
The Bell Telephone Company.
They're paying their phone bills.
Yes.
I thought because the number was so small. I forgot. I genuinely forgot. I was like, I don't know why this bank is just like, why they're paying this bank and then like they're getting change back. That's really weird. $5 for a phone bill.
Oh my god.
$4.85. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
It ain't that now.
Yeah, no.
Yes, it may be only a little piece of paper, but it is just as important as the money it represents. And the correct handling begins with the teller and her 12 basic operations.
Stop looking in my soul.
First, greet
Stop
the
it.
customer with a
Stop
smile
it.
in your voice
Stop.
and your eyes.
Stop it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Go away. Oh my god, you are freaky.
She's got those chipmunk cheeks.
She's got too much teeth happening. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like uncanny valley.
Yeah.
Then, accept his bill and money.
We've already seen this.
Separate the stub from the bill.
Oh my
Verify with
god.
the customer the money received and the amount to be paid.
$4.85 out of $10.
That's right.
Stamp the stub and bill, not
Ladylike.
with a nerve-wracking bang, but with a noiseless roll.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Make-
Dude is fucking traumatized over the stamp. My man.
Who cares?
Who cares, quite frankly? Who gives a shit?
The correct change using the smallest number of coins and bills that will provide the required amount of change.
Unless specifically
Pick up the
requested
receipt.
by the customer.
Then with the coins in your right hand,
Yep.
bills and receipt in your left,
Again, why does that matter? What if what if you're left-handed?
check the amount as you do so.
485, 90, 5, and 5 is 10.
Hand him his receipt, noting his name.
Here's your receipt.
Then thank him by name if you believe the name on
They
the
cut
receipt
away
is
before
his.
she mentioned his name.
Filing the receipted stub and arranging the money in the cash box leaves you free to serve the next customer. That's the job. Important to the company.
Simple
Yes.
job. I bet, including if you include inflation, she's getting better paid than people nowadays doing this job. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because computers do this job now.
Well, true.
And they don't get paid anything. Oh no, it was a very funny joke. I'm sure you just forgot to laugh there, Josh.
It was the delivery.
To you. Because our customers are judging us both.
I'm just baffled by having like bank tellers for like a normal job.
We know you can have them saying those.
Oh, it's just the fact that
really nice
$5 for phone bill.
You can tell by the teller.
I love that they have their own flag.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Oh, the end! Like it's a big dramatic movie ending.
Yeah, produced by Wilding Picture Productions. It literally was. Holy shit. Wow, okay. Ooh, another instructional film. Okay. Tell me your secret.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, man.
Do you want to be a secretary?
No.
Well, tough. We're going to learn how to do it.
Okay. I'm excited. All right, let's do it.
All right. How many times will they just assume a secretary is a woman?
In the 50s and 40s? All the time. What do you mean?
University of Minnesota.
All right. I'm definitely not eating right now. Do you want to know what I'm definitely not eating right now?
What are you definitely not eating?
Mango.
Okay.
Mango, good.
Okay. I actually ate right before the show, so I'm actually all right.
So did I, but I wanted something sweet, but not like candy or dessert, so I got a mango.
Okay. Shay's asking very important questions.
What? What do you want, Jay? Sweet. Sweet mango.
Okay. So this is only for juniors?
It's all women. Oh no, there's
a dude. There's a dude in the back.
Oh!
There's a dude. There is a guy.
We have spotted
There's
a
two.
90. Oh, are those both dudes? I think so. They have
one in the
ties.
back-
They must be men.
Yes. He took the class so he could get close to women, didn't he?
Maybe.
It's like the guy who takes women's studies classes.
Or nursing.
It is.
I really don't think I'll ever learn.
See? Look! Already making a move. Look at that.
Soon as the bell rings, immediately.
What are you going to do tonight?
Oh, bro, I was hoping it was going to follow him wanting to be a secretary.
No. Commercial math. Hold up. I gotta see this list real quick.
Yeah, go back real quick.
Okay. All right. English dramatics.
So I guess that's
me.
I guess that's theater.
No, it's just being dramatic.
That would be amazing.
So, dramatics, journalism, public speaking,
Okay.
algebra, geometry plane, geometry solid, trigonometry, college algebra, as opposed to the algebra. So, wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
What exactly is plane geometry and solid geometry? Why not just teach geometry?
I don't know. I do like essential math, though. So it's like all of these. Who cares? This is the math you need to know.
Commercial math and essential math.
That's weird.
Okay, wait. What are the numbers like on the under B? What are those?
I have no idea.
1 to 8, 3 to 8, 5 to 8, 5 to 8. What are these numbers?
I'm so lost. I have no idea. See, I thought like the A group was how many classes they had available.
Oh, I was thinking the A group was like the level.
But then why is English at level 8?
Yeah.
See, that would make sense if I didn't.
And then I was thinking like C was like credits, but then several of them are like 0. English 6, but then algebra 2, trigonometry 1, journalism 0. I don't understand this at all. Like, what are we looking at?
I understand column B. It's pieces of 8. So 1 piece of 8, 5 pieces of 8. Okay, this is pirate talk. They're at a pirate store.
Oh, that makes total sense.
We have to solve this, obviously.
Okay. All right. F's.
Okay. You couldn't just tell me?
Yeah.
Why'd you have to type that up? Mr. Adamson, it's a man. Woman's secretary.
He says I'm not good enough to be a secretary.
That white color makes him look like a priest. Black and white.
Why'd he walk away so dejectedly?
You're right on time. Just a minute, I'll see if Mr. Adams is busy.
His last person just left.
Yeah?
Good morning, June.
Close the door! Close the door! Close the door! What do you what kind of heathen?
Because they need the shot for the camera to enter through the doorway.
You know what would have been better? If we would have just followed closer behind her.
You could have done that, yeah. Or simply just have her like enter the room from like a slight angle, like everything else.
Yeah.
she could just then naturally close the door.
Yep. Or like as she closes the door, we get a shot of like who this is instead of having the shot before.
That too.
That way it's communicated in a more fluid nature with the film.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I was glad to get your note. My program for next semester has been bothering me.
What have you planned to take?
Hey, Darla, could you stop typing so loud? I can't hear them talk.
Darla.
You're typing very loud. It's being picked up by the mic way, way more than the actual conversation happening.
Yeah.
How much I like my work in the commercial department.
Much better.
I thought perhaps I should cancel history and physics. I don't really need them. And take office practice and advanced dictation. I want to become a stenographer.
Yes, that sounds like a reasonable plan. But what do you think stenographers do to earn a living?
If she wants to become it, I'm sure she already knows, Adam. What the
They listen and type. That's what a stenographer does.
She said she wants to be one.
Yeah.
Surely. Well, let's just say, surely she knows.
That it involves typing.
Yeah. Just saying.
Have you visualized yourself in a secretarial position? What do you think the work would be like?
Could you tell me? I don't know. He's not. Also, I don't know what's going on here with your blazer, dude. But maybe
The other shot showed it's a double-breasted coat, so
Okay.
it is a little baggier than a normal one.
Okay. Well, then maybe don't put your arms up on the table like that. Also, it's bad manners.
Well, I mean, it's his desk.
No. No, I've already.
I'm just saying, if it's my desk, I'm doing whatever I want with it.
All right, fine. Then you can look goofy.
Well, I'm also not wearing an oversized coat.
That is true. You just have furs.
It's very true.
Thank you.
Yes, I think I have an idea. If I were doing stenographic work in an office, I imagine I would.
You would what?
Okay, sweetheart, you can't just drift off and daydream. Okay, you gotta actually verbalize. I can't read your mind. You gotta verbalize, man. Also, is this the same classroom? It's just at a slightly different angle. That would be funny. I'm gonna pretend like that's the case. Even though I'm 99% sure those filing cabinets were not there in the background.
Yeah, I don't think this is the same set. But
No.
it is funny to think it is.
Well, it is super funny that these basically like classroom desks are in an office. Does this look like an office to you?
True.
If I don't get an opportunity to call him this afternoon, I'll inform him very shortly.
I would do routine typing and form letters, check the work of others, and retype copy. I'd work regular
Why are they
hours,
typing?
hold the hands new
It looks like they were
materials
typing on
and do the
sewing
basic
machines.
Right?
It would be impossible to make a definite promise to you as to how soon we can get that. I'd suggest you take these files and hold them for a few days until the...
Of course, Mr. Adams, there are monotonous jobs such as filing, but all clerical workers must do these things.
Stones, I think I'll have to call you back as soon as I can get that. That's fine. I'll give you a file.
I love the murmuring. It's not distracting at all.
Yep.
Yes, that's clerical work. But aren't there other types of clerical work that require more training, more skill, and further education? Perhaps in your case, June,
Let me tell you about taking
beyond mere
dictation.
routine typing and filing in shorthand.
But we don't have such courses at Westport High School.
Yeah.
Where could I get training for other kinds of clerical work? And what other types of office jobs are there?
Well, suppose we see if we can find the answers to your question.
I love his coat looking like a monster behind him.
Thank you. Oh my god.
All right.
I have no idea what they just said. I was just staring at the coat.
Miss Harrison, you're going into the city this afternoon, aren't you?
Yes, I am, Mr. Adams.
If June can be excused from classes, I wonder if you'd take her to Messon's office so that
What?
she can see some examples.
Hey, so we're just going to take this high school student out of class so she can go find out what to do in the real world? Said no high school ever.
Like this, this is how like serial killer movies start.
Yeah, this is weird.
This is just like what? Well, if you could take her out of class, could you take her to a business so and show them and show her around the secretaries?
I guess.
What? I'm confused.
Yeah, what is the point?
Of really advanced clerical work.
Well, I think so. Miss Harrison, do you suppose I could talk with one of the private secretaries who works for a top executive?
Why, I'm sure that can be arranged with an acquaintance of mine who is a secretary. I'll call and make an appointment with her, June.
No, I said top executive. Surely if you had networking like that, like you wouldn't be here, right?
Right. Yeah.
Just
Can we arrange it so my first job is for a Fortune 500?
Yes, I can, and thank you. Surely.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly somebody. She gets paid.
Meanwhile, in Harry Potter's castle, what the hell?
Where are we? I was gonna make a joke, but that distracted me so hard. What the hell? Okay, person who's making this. I did not need you taking the transparency over the film and like zooming up. Okay, I did not need that. Or however you did it. It was something like that. It was some kind of technique like that. Because I could see the shake.
Yeah.
Bye. Good morning, Messenger Incorporated. Good morning.
The transition was so goofy. Yeah.
Hey, woo! All right, well, that happened.
All right.
Yes, he is. Just a moment, please. There you are. Good morning, Messenger Incorporated. Yeah. All right, would you like to talk to him?
They've got the lifeless tone of corporate America.
Finally, some accuracy. It's either deadpan or retail voice. There's like no
Yes,
between.
pretty much. Yeah, where it's... I mean, we've all encountered, you know, the high perky retail voice that's clearly fake, and there's also the just my soul is dead voice.
Yes, I usually opt for the retail voice, just because my body does that automatically. I don't really have any control over it.
Yeah.
Deadpan and irritation usually come when I am not talking to somebody and I'm just being mouthy at my desk.
That's fair.
Yeah, well, this is stupid thing. We want you to do blah, 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 blah. Is it in your job description? No. Can you afford to lose this job? No. Is it stupid? Yes. Are you going to be here tomorrow? Yes.
Messenger Incorporated. Good morning, Messenger Incorporated. Yes, hold on a minute, please. Is there anything I can help you with?
God, I don't.
Yes, I have.
I'm so glad we're past the age of switchboards.
Would you please tell her that Miss Harrison and Miss Woods are here? Miss Lee is expecting you. You can go right in. It's the first door on the left down the corridor.
Hey, could we maybe do another take where she's not like
Did she have Robitussin before her shift?
Somehow she spoke without any spaces between her words. I don't know how she did it, but she just did. She's like, okay.
She is not being a very good teller.
Yeah. I'm not receiving a personalized experience right now.
She's not speaking clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good morning, Messenger Incorporated. Yes, hold on a minute, please. Because this affair has so many ramifications, Mr. Messenger thinks it would be easier for everyone if a meeting could be arranged. Oh, hello, Miss Harrison. Come on in, won't you?
Oh.
Please. And this is the young lady.
Let me tell you something I could have told you over the phone, but I'm going to do it since you're already here.
Yeah.
Good, thank you. I definitely didn't take time off or, just okay.
I'm not missing my schooling for this meeting.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking time out of being a secretary to a top executive to talk to a high school student.
Yeah.
Because this totally happens.
I would say just Google it, but they can't. So, look it up in the encyclopedia. There you go.
I will say also back then, they understood that an entry-level position was an entry-level position. And that's where people went to learn about the job in the industry.
Oh my goodness. You mean entry-level positions didn't require like an
5 years of experience.
intermediate level of experience in order to join?
Yeah. Which is
where they both expect you to know everything and also expect you to know nothing at the exact same time.
Mm-hmm.
But they're always conveniently flip-flopped at like the worst possible opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
So they think you know nothing when you actually know stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they expect you to know everything when you have absolutely no idea what they're talking about.
They want to ensure that you have like 3 to 5 years of experience in the field, but then also want to pay you like you don't have experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stupid. It's like, why can't entry level mean entry level? Like, this is how people get into the industry. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, this is June Woods, whom I talked to you about this morning. How do you do? How do you do? I'd like to have her see how a real business office operates.
I'm very glad to help her. In fact, I've arranged so that we can spend the next hour together. Won't you sit down, please?
Well, thank you, but I have some important calls to make. You'll have to excuse me this time. I'll be back in about an hour. All right, Miss Harrison. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
You were talking about retail voice?
Yeah, holy hell. The back.
Miss Lee is explaining to June the system employed in the filing department.
Hi, narrator.
It is necessary to have
hello.
supervisors to direct the girls, as some of the work is not so simple. Although all of the girls are high school graduates and have had some training in
I like that you assume that everyone working here is a chick. Narrator, man. I like that. Oh,
Yeah.
It's simple clerical work. That's for the women folk who want to have fun at the office and play work wife. Oh my goodness. Before they have to go home on their double eagle tired car and make sure they don't make a mistake because they're a woman, and then they do all of their womanly duties, okay?
Right. Like, I mean, all these women had to rearrange their housework to be here.
Yeah.
But are they using stamps ladylike?
That is the most important question.
It really is. I need to know.
We only spent 10 minutes going over it in the last video. It was vital.
Apparently it was.
Apparently it made a difference.
That narrator was triggered.
Very, very upset over the idea of not using a stamp ladylike. Okay, he doesn't want you to use it like the guy in The Last Crusade in the library, okay, where you smack it. Okay? No. You have to. He was using it like a carpenter.
Right.
You gotta roll it gently. Roll it.
accuracy. Employers depend greatly on the recommendations of counselors and teachers, as the applicant school grades are also very important in obtaining a job.
Great. Nepotism, I love it.
What? I can't hear you from all the typing.
Some of the girls are transcribing shorthand notes, and others are doing routine typing, such as form letters that can't be duplicated, making copies when several carbons are...
Did the copy machine not work? Was that not a thing?
Copy machines? They were very different then.
Okay. All right. Because he said, like, papers that can't be copied. And I was just like, well, use a copy machine. But then I was like, well, actually, I don't know. Copy machines were around.
They had copy machines in that, like, you would essentially, basically, like, type, like, print out the paper that you wanted it to read, basically. And then it would be like a roller that would, like, that would be like reverse type. It would go over some ink and then roll onto a piece of paper.
Ah. Interesting.
That's how you made copies. They also had carbon paper so that when you would type, there was like a mirror image of what you typed on that on the piece of paper, so you could get a copy that way as well.
Interesting.
It kind of works like like those form papers now where you sign for delivery or something like that. You know, they tear off one and the signature went
they have it
through,
underneath.
and it went through to the paper underneath it as well.
Yeah, we did receipts like that whenever the retail store would go down, right? You had to like handwrite it out, and you gave the customer their copy, and you had your own copy. I'm talking about like a small business, so they didn't have like anything fancy. So
yeah, and I'm talking about like when we receive supplies, from a delivery, you know, whoever signs it, those also like you sign it, it usually goes through the paper to.
It's like yellow a lot of times underneath. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, now I got it.
Are needed, and cutting stencils for duplicating machines.
Duplicating machines, yes, stencils.
The average typist has had a year or two of training beyond high school, and many of them are from junior college commercial departments. 70
and they look so thrilled with their life choices.
However, it is not uncommon to find typists
corporate
that can do 90
deadpan.
words per minute or more. Depending upon the ability and alertness of the individual, these girls will become proficient stenographers and gain promotion to different departments.
See, there it
as their
is.
experience becomes greater.
Those things are cool. They look like fun.
The duplicating department is a busy one. This machine is electrically operated and used for short runs, reproduction of drawings, graphs, and the employee's weekly newspaper. Also, manually operated machines of the same.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. I hate when corporations start an internal newspaper.
Yeah.
Like, I'm serious. Who reads those? Who is reading them? I want to know. I don't know anyone who reads their internal newspaper. All right. My company has tried to do it like there's like a main one, and then they tried to do a department specific one like 6 different times under different names since I worked there. And every single time it's like anywhere between 5 months to a year, and then they just stop and nobody asks, nobody knows what happens to it, and nobody cares.
Right.
It just stops happening.
A newsletter I can kind of understand, but it's only in terms of just giving people a heads up of like upcoming events.
Oh, this is what we're doing in our office that you're not at. Our main office, which is across the country, that you're not at. I'm just like, okay, good for you doing that at your office, at the main office, where I am literally at I am multiple hour-long flights away from you, okay? I just, no, I don't care. Oh, y'all did a blood drive? Good for you! I don't want... Who cares? Plus, a lot of the office stuff has nothing to do with me because I'm a remote worker. So.
Yay.
I can't remember. It's been at least a few years since the last time I went to the office. Which is great because the office is like so far away from me. Because Houston's gigantic. I think people forget how big Houston is. So
it's like what, the 3rd or 4th biggest city in the country?
Yes. Yes, it is. It is insane. It takes me well over an hour to get there. Almost 2 hours.
Wow.
And I was like, no, I actually don't think so. Of course, I'm talking about in the middle of traffic in the morning.
Right.
Because for some reason, they would only schedule their meetings in the office at like the worst time to go through rush hour. But you don't want to be sitting in that office all by yourself because you're like, okay.
Right.
So I could just sit in the visitor section because that's like I feel more like a visitor than I do anything else. I don't know the break room policies y'all have. Is if there's no names on things, is that for everybody, or is there like a policy? You know, I don't know. I don't want to eat somebody else's food because that's weird.
Yeah.
Right? Did Janet bring snacks just for herself, and they're in the cabinet, and there's no name on it? Like I don't know. Did somebody have a peanut allergy? Is it? I don't know. I don't know the protocol, which is why I hate going in the office. It's very long away. I don't know anybody there because there's very high turnover. I don't know. I don't care. I don't want to be here. Can I go home? But one of the main problems with remote work, though, is that they think, oh, because you work from home, that means that your home is your office, and as long as you're at home, I can message you.
Right.
No. 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 I've had to start putting like my statuses a certain way so people know. Like, no. Read the status. Does it say I'm available? No. Then guess what, bucko? I'm not available.
True.
Ugh. Personally, I think if you have to work past 9 p.m., even if you have a salary job, I think that should be considered overtime.
I would agree.
If you have to get up in the morning and go, and then you have to work past 9 p.m. just to get your stuff done, I think that should be considered overtime.
I agree.
Because at 9 p.m. is when you should, that is, 9 p.m. is the first time in a day where most people would be heading to bed, right? Between 9 to 11, right? Generally speaking, most people will head to bed. So if you could reasonably assume that I would be in bed and I'm still working, you need to pay me overtime. So, does that.
Type are used. For work requiring hundreds of copies, this duplicating machine is used. Training for the operation of these machines is obtained either at special commercial schools at night or gained while employed in the...
I think I would have had him check before I started doing copies.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
This department. It is not uncommon to find men doing this type of work.
Oh my goodness!
Wow. Equality.
Okay. We've been joking about the sexism. He kind of just came out and said it right there. Okay, bud.
Girls are preferred on routine jobs, which require speed and accuracy.
Hold on, I gotta rewind.
So, are guys slow?
I gotta know exactly what the...
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Drafts and the employee's weekly newspaper. Also, manually operated machines of the same type are used.
Too far. Hold on.
For work requiring hundreds of copies, this duplicating machine is used. Training for the operation of these machines is obtained either at special commercial schools at night or gained while employed in this department.
Okay.
It is not uncommon to find men doing this type of work. However, girls are preferred on routine jobs, which require speed and accuracy. There is...
What?
So men are not known for their speed or accuracy. That's why for a long time in our evolution, they were the hunter. Hunters don't need to have speed or accuracy. It's fine.
Also, it's not uncommon to find men who train people on using the bigger, bulkier copy machines. So that does not So so that additional training does not require speed or accuracy. Is that right?
I think it's weird. Women are preferred for speed or accuracy. It's just like, okay. Why don't you train the men to have the speed and accuracy too? Like, are you doing 2 different training courses? Like, why can't they both? Because men and women can't have speed and accuracy. Shocking. I know. I'm baffled. I'll just say it. I'm baffled.
Yeah.
Still a bookkeeping department, but it looks as though the girls are in a hurry to get back to Miss Lee's office.
And I'm still amazed at the amount of ability a girl needs
Probably
to
because
do
she's
many of
behind
these
on work
jobs.
by an hour
Let's
now.
sit down, shall we?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, she's gonna have to either work through
What
her
about
lunch
your
break
job, Miss Lee? You're an office manager as well as head secretary, aren't you?
or stay late.
That is
Yes.
one
One
impressive
of my most
victory
important
roll
duties
she's
is
got going
to
on.
make appointments with the president. Takes judgment to tell which caller should be given 15 minutes and which one should take his problems to someone else in the firm. Sometimes it takes every ounce of tact I can muster to keep everyone contented.
That was so real. Oh, that felt off script. That was so real. Sometimes it takes every bit of ounce of my strength to not be an asshole. That's so real. That was the realest thing we've heard on these shorts. And with that smile with the dead eyes.
Yes. It's like, you know what? I believe that you are a soulless husk of a human being doing this corporate job.
Yeah. That's funny as hell. Holy shit.
Go back and let's see that again.
Yeah, we need to see that again.
Secretary, aren't you? Yes. One of my most important duties is to make appointments with the president. Takes judgment to tell which caller should be given 15 minutes and which one should take his problems to someone else in the firm.
Okay.
Sometimes it takes every ounce of tact I can muster to keep everyone contented. Another.
Sometimes some big assholes just call, and I have to. Woo!
Because they're trying to talk to the head boss, and I have to tell them no.
Yeah.
I mean that's one of the jobs of a secretary, to kind of be the filter for the boss. Because he doesn't have time to deal with every little problem.
Correct.
Important line is to read and abstract materials from contracts and papers so that the president can tell in a moment whether he needs to do any more research before making a business decision. My college training has proved its importance in this work. Are you planning to go to college?
Oh, I've thought about it.
No.
Dad said he would help me, but I haven't made up my mind yet. I'm going to talk to Mr. Adams about it tomorrow.
Excuse me, please. Miss Lee?
What the hell are you doing?
Yes,
Get
Mr.
them back to
Madison.
work.
Right away. Well, I see that you're busy, and I can't take any more of your time. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Goodbye. And good luck.
Well, June, did you have a good time on your trip to Messon's office
His
yesterday?
monster coat's
Yes,
gone.
I did.
Boo!
Mr. Adams,
It walked away.
do you think I could make a go of it?
Now, why do you ask that?
Well, I talked to Miss Lee. who
Aren't
has
you
just
her
the kind of a
high
job
school
I'd like
counselor?
Yeah.
today, and she said that it was necessary to have college training for that job. So I've talked to Mother and Father, and they think that I might go to college. Do you think I should?
Before I answer your question, suppose we
No.
take a look at your experience and record. Then you and I can think through to an answer. Your high score on the Scholastic Aptitude Test indicates that you can do good work in college. Moreover, your high score on the Clerical Aptitude Test indicates that you can become a good secretary.
Mr. Adams.
Why did your
does that
fingers change
definitely mean that I'm
position?
capable of
Because
doing
you
good work in
were
college?
you were holding the piece of paper on the faraway shot, but then the reverse shot you were holding it firm on the desk.
He's a man, Josh. Don't question him.
Oh.
You have the fundamental ability to do good work in college. Moreover, your fine record in school shows that you...
I see some C's in there.
Yeah.
What a loser.
Yeah, there are some C's.
All A's are failure. GG.
I like in the last line of the first column, you get "bah." That's my joke for the day.
I love it. So good. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
You use efficiently.
I think that I'm genuinely interested in secretarial work, and I'm more confident of my interest
not
after
what he
talking to
asked.
Miss Lee.
Yeah,
But
way
some
to
of my
work around the
classmates tell me
question.
that their
Oh, you did
vocational
the
interests have
political answer.
changed. I'm afraid that I may change too.
Your interests may change, June, as you grow more mature and acquire new experiences.
Very
On our
mature
test
in
of
all the
vocational
right
interests,
places.
Your likes and dislikes are similar to those of successful women in secretarial occupations.
What?
I would say that your choice of secretarial work is a good one, and that you will most likely continue.
That is not what stenographer. Okay.
Why do you have like graphs of people's likes and dislikes?
That's
What purpose?
weird.
What purpose does that serve?
That's a weird one.
What was going on at the University of Minnesota?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
However, you must remember that you will have to start at the bottom and work up to that position.
Ah!
You realize, from
Like
your visit
every
with Miss Lee,
job?
of course, that there are
Yeah.
many ways in which you can use your...
Unless you know somebody. who's
Right.
high up.
Then you can like jump the line.
Yeah, you could jump the line and be the most hated person in that job because you don't know what you're doing, but you think that you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? You think you
Right.
know.
your interoccupations. Later on, you may even wish to shift to some other line of work. You should not worry about the narrow, specific type of job until you've had 2-3 years more of further training.
But Mr. Adams, Miss Lee stressed, and I saw for myself, the girls in offices work closely with each other and must be well liked. Do you think that I have the personality for that type of work?
Suppose you tell me what things you have done with other people. What activities have you...
I'm in high school? Like, I mean, I guess I could say I was in a team sport, but like...
Well, obviously he knows what young ladies are thinking.
Oh my goodness, yes, obviously. Everybody does.
Yeah, we all know what young ladies are thinking.
It's so obvious, yeah.
That's still the most baffling line from all the shorts we've seen so far.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that takes the cake for weirdest line we've heard so far.
Oh my God, Shay.
Oh my goodness.
been participating in school?
I've been in so many things. I'm secretary of the freshman class. I was elected president of my campfire group. Last night, I read and prepared an article on the American Indian before the School Historical Society. For the past 2 years, I've been social chairman in my church.
Do you have a zit on the end of your nose?
I think so. Mother says I'm in too many things.
Well, that would certainly seem to indicate the right kind of personality for getting along with persons of your own age. Have you...
You can make friends. What?
I guess he's trying to find out if she has good people skills.
It's a weird way to do it.
Also, what the hell's a campfire group?
I don't know.
I legitimately have no idea. I've never heard that before.
Do they gather around and sing count time races? Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Do they go? Do they go out camping? Do they? I don't. What is a campfire group? Hold on. I'm looking this up.
Look it up. Do you want me to continue or wait?
You can continue.
Work with older persons?
You remember that I did some work in the law office last summer. The people there liked my work and were very pleasant and nice to me.
Okay,
I don't know whether that means much.
Oh, yes, it does. That's fine. I can't predict with certainty just how your personality may develop. But what you say points to the likelihood that you will continue to be sociable and cooperating. There's one other question that I wanted to ask you. What about financial support? Will you be able to get further training?
I was talking with Father last night, and he said that he would be able to pay for most of my expenses. I may have to earn some money.
Well, that's nice. She has a rich daddy. That's great.
Okay, so there are a couple of youth programs called Campfire. Okay. And there's a Pokemon Go group called Campfire.
Oh my god, there's a Pokemon Go group? There's that people actually still. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, people still play it.
Wow, that's exciting. Anything else?
Seems to be it. But yeah, mostly there are like campfire. There are like youth programs called Campfire.
Okay.
That's about all I got.
Okay. Interesting.
Me myself.
A good many college students do work for pay, although it is desirable to spend most of your time in studying, at least for the first year. When you are ready to go to college, I will be glad to write your counselors and ask them to help you find work. Where had you planned on going to college?
I don't know. I suppose to the state university, since it's so close and I can live at home.
And they produced the film.
Nothing wrong with my plan.
True.
You can get good training there. Miss Harrison thinks very highly of their courses in secretarial training. I have the bulletins describing their business courses. Take them and study them. It's a good idea to begin planning now, even a year ahead of time.
But Mr. Adams, I want to do something now.
Oh, but there are many things that you can do right now, June. I
Oh, no.
you talk these matters over with your parents, and if they would like to see me, I'll be very glad to talk with them.
Oh, that'll be fine.
Tomorrow we can go over your program for next quarter, and then later we can check your courses with the entrance requirements to the university. Next
Boy, he's
semester,
certainly
I
an
will give you
inspiring
some books and
talker, isn't he?
pamphlets to read.
I'd like to talk to you again about this.
And I'll want to talk with you, June, at least twice each semester.
I don't like how he said that.
No.
That sounded concerning.
You see, this problem of making a choice is not a simple one, and it cannot be decided in a single day. We'll review your tentative choice as you learn more about yourself and the world in which you will live and work.
Thank you very much. You've helped me a lot.
And you're welcome, June. I'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Yep. Already got the dead eyes of corporate life.
That's how we ended, really? Was her having dead eyes?
Wow.
It was certainly a choice.
Look, she has the cold, lifeless expression of someone working corporate.
Excellent.
And you have like the triumphant sounding ending music. That was, I don't think that said what they wanted it to say.
No.
It was funny though.
That was funny. That was funny. All right. One more.
One more short.
Very exciting.
Yes.
All right. Let's do it.
It stabilizes, don't worry.
Actually, I was way more concerned about the dying musicians that are playing their instruments in the background. Okay.
But yeah, the video does stabilize.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to LA for this one.
So exciting. That music is just off.
Wah wah.
Rip!
They just put it in with his punch card? They didn't tell him?
Guys, cowards.
Wait.
Mr.
Willie?
Ambitious young man can make place for himself in well-established company. Attitude more important than experience. Well, I wish that was the case.
Yeah. See, Mr. Willie.
All right. Kind of sounds like one of those suspicious Craigslist ads.
It does.
Okay.
What?
This looks all right. Tell me, why are you interested in this job?
And why are you sitting on the side of my desk?
I need money. That's why I'm interested. I require Mooney.
And why are you sitting on the side of my desk instead of in front of it?
That is weird.
Yeah.
With the prices.
I see. Now, this one job you had with the Central Distributing Company. You worked there for 18 months?
Yes, sir.
Why did you leave?
Because I wasn't getting anywhere. After 18 months, I figured I was worth more than they were paying me. And I figured I was ready for promotion to more important work.
I see.
Honest, Mr. Wiley, it was a rotten company. I don't know why I stayed as long as I did.
You're not helping your case there, buddy.
Hey, bud. You're currently taking the interview.
Yeah.
So let me help you out here. You're supposed to say, "Oh, I figured it was time for me to move on. I wanted bigger and better opportunities that they did not offer for me, and
I thought it was time for a change.
I thought it was time for a change. It looks like your company is offering those bigger and better opportunities, and I'm very excited and happy to. I'm very excited to work for y'all, and I'd be more than happy.
I was feeling limited at that former job, and I feel like you can provide more opportunities for me.
Yeah.
You can help me maximize my potential.
There we go. Yeah. Not, hey, they fucking sucked ass. Okay. But I'm sure y'all don't. And I wanted more money, and it looks like you pay more money, and that's why I'm here.
I mean, you don't. I mean, good job and keeping under wraps that you were fired. But chances are that's still going to come up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've been let go from prior jobs, and I don't use the person who fired me as a reference. Just FYI.
Great move. You'll probably have multiple managers. Okay.
Yeah.
You can befriend a manager, all right?
Yes,
And just because they don't work there anymore doesn't
Mhm.
mean you can't put them on your resume as being a previous boss, because they don't specify your last boss. They just want recommend
Yes, references.
Okay, so it's like you don't have to. As long as you know somebody and you trust that they, and they were your boss and you liked them and they liked you and you're still on good terms, all right, you can put them as a reference. Now, give them a heads up.
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna want to give them a heads up, and then you can do that. But you never ever have to put the person that fired you or was immediately above you or anybody above them that had anything to do with that firing, right? You can.
Yeah, it's about painting yourself in the best light.
Yeah. So as long as you have like a couple, at least people, right? It shouldn't be an issue.
Right.
So I know it's like I can think of few off the top of my head right now. So that's just like I have that lined up as like a just in case, and you always need to make sure that you have that lined up as a just in case.
Oh, you always want to keep your resume up to date.
Yep.
Actually, yeah. So I got a little story about this actually.
Ew.
So at my at my previous job, I took the job I currently have. Originally, it was just going to be a secondary job for just for income. So I asked my boss to be a reference, and he said, "Yeah, no problem." Then my supervisor took me aside and went, "Don't trust him with a resume." And he pulled up an email that showed me that my boss, the guy I asked to be a reference, sent my supervisor the forward from the company I now work for and went, "Hey, can you send them a reference for me?"
Did you ask the supervisor? Hey, no, actually, now that you're
well, no, this happened after after
oh, you'd already
he already sent he already wrote up a reply as a reference for our boss and sent it, but he just wanted to let me know, like, moving forward.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, just so you know, you don't want to trust him with the resume." And then he showed me, because like I mean, my old boss, he talked up how people have used him as a resume, as a reference for their resumes, for countless people, and he's gotten them some pretty prestigious jobs. He's really good at it. And then when I actually use him to get a second job, I'm not planning on leaving. But I'm asking for him to be a reference for a second job. He can't be bothered to do it. So yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. Four years with that company.
Huh.
Yeah. And then I was let go like 2 months later. Yeah. Yeah.
Suspicious.
Fired? Yes, I was. But it wasn't my fault. The company just up and started firing people. Retrenching, they called it. What do you think of that?
I think it's a pretty normal situation. A business has to live within its income. Many factors affect that income. Sales, general economic conditions, the development of new industries that
Screw up employees.
For these and many other reasons, businesses often go through periods of adjustment and reorganization when they're forced to let people go.
I didn't do anything. Why me?
You said,
why are you asking me?
You hadn't gotten anywhere.
That's right. Other fellows who started later were promoted right over my head.
How much more?
Maybe they're competent.
Couldn't you see the company valued the other fellow's services above yours?
But I thought I was doing fine. What did I do?
Do you expect me to answer that?
No, sir. I guess you wouldn't know.
Actually, I probably do know better than you do.
Ah.
I have no business taking time for this, but well, I can't help.
Otherwise, we
thinking you
wouldn't
might
have
really
a
amount
short.
to something if you'd set your mind to it. Try to see yourself as your employer saw you. Better still, let me give you a picture of a case I really do know. It's about a young man who came to work in our shipping room here, and another young man. Now, we begin work here at 8:30. That's the time to begin this business of keeping a job.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's the time Bob Addison began work every day. We could depend on him to be on time and to do his work on time. You might call him an eager beaver. But look at it from the employer's point of view. Wouldn't you like to have Bob working for you?
Go, Bob.
Dependability is one of the main keys to keeping a job and getting ahead. Now, dependability includes a willingness to work. Some of the work in our shipping room is hard work. That's why we've always had two fellows working there. Well, two fellows who were supposed to be working. The other fellow I want to tell you about is Walter, Bob's brother, Bob's twin brother. But the resemblance is only skin deep. Look at Walter from the employer's point of view, and you see how not to keep a job. Look at him from Bob's point of view, and you see how not to get along with your fellow workers.
Damn it, Bob!
Bob, you smack him.
You kick him in the balls.
Yeah. Yeah, knock some sense into him. It's like, hey, we got hired at the same time. I'm not losing this job because you're a screw up.
How dare you?
On the other hand, Bob would be popular wherever he worked. You know, he would do his share of the work and help others who needed help. Cooperation is another way to keep a job. Walter finally decides to go to work, but a job he was supposed to do first thing. Actually, he was supposed to run them off the evening before, but he put it off. This is how not to be dependable, how not to cooperate with the company and with your fellow workers in your own and other departments. Poor Walter. Who should come into the shipping room but me? The boss always seems to find out. Walter's manner gave him away.
Now, it isn't hard to learn to make good, clean copies on a duplicating machine. And this wasn't the first time I'd had to criticize Walter for making poor copies. And it wasn't the first time he tried to alibi his way out of a situation.
I guess he doesn't want to
fact
be a
was,
secretary.
Walter just couldn't take criticism. Yet how can a man expect to improve on a job if he won't listen to the very people who can help him? Just before closing time, you'll find Bob getting the shipping room ready for the night.
What do we do here, sir?
Getting himself ready.
Yeah, all I've seen is somebody like open cabinets and move a box. Like, what's happening here?
And make copies of receipts, I guess, or shipping labels. What do we do here, sir?
So he won't be a second late punching the clock. An employer sees this as a sure sign that a man isn't really interested in his work. I ask you, if you were the employer and had to cut down your staff, which fellow would you keep?
That's not hard to answer. But why didn't you go ahead and fire this, Walter?
Now, don't be too hasty. I'm only telling you about Walter's bad points. He did enough work to hang on to his job. As long as times are good, there'll be jobs for fellows who just barely do enough to get by.
Or maybe if you're in a quota-based environment, and if they get below that quota, they get fired, right?
Yeah, because like you have certain demands that you have to meet.
Yeah, maybe it's perfectly fine if they meet expectations.
Yeah.
If they meet expectations, then they meet expectations. What a shocking, what a shocking thought process. They meet expectations, therefore they meet expectations. You shouldn't expect everybody to go over and above.
No. But it's also the people who do go above and beyond are the ones that tend to stand out.
They do. They do. But then you have to wonder, what are they getting rewarded for all their extra work?
More stress.
Is it more stress or is it more pay? Because if it's more pay, then that makes sense. But if it's not more pay and it's only more stress, then what's the point, quite frankly?
Yeah. I mean, I think I've said it before, but when I worked at Walmart, I was offered a manager position.
Yep.
You know, so you're in charge of a department, you're in charge of the ordering, the supplies, managing the other staff members of that department. And it was a $1 an hour raise. That I was like, no. No, that's just not worth it. That is not enough compensation for all the additional stress.
Yep, I've also learned that the hard way. And I have learned now that as long as I meet expectations, I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Because they're not gonna increase my salary much anyway, either way, so who cares?
But to keep a job when the going gets rough, you need to insure your job. Make yourself so valuable your employer can't let you go. We've talked about dependability and cooperation.
It's been my experience that when the going gets tough, they tend to let go of like one of the most valuable people, and so everything then tends to fall apart once they're gone. Because the boss has no idea how valuable that person actually was.
Oh my god, I listened to a few guys that go over like the worst bosses kind of things and
Mhm.
on YouTube, and the amount of times I've heard oh, we fired the person and they're the only person that knew how to do this is hilarious to me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so this was my previous job, the one I was referring to earlier. My supervisor left to take on a manager role at a hardware store. And when he left, he was replaced by not one, not two, not three, but 4 supervisors to do what he was doing. 4 to replace one guy. Because they kept realizing, wait, why isn't this getting done? Wait, why isn't this getting done? Oh, he was taking care of it. Oh, he was taking care of this. Oh, he was taking care of this. They had no idea how much work he did.
Love that.
Yes. And when he was leaving, he told the IT person, don't delete my computer login because there is like because on my login for on the computer has like all the files that have like our emergency contacts, and like all all of our clients, all of our like all the contact information is on my login page on the computer. So he just told, just don't delete it when I leave. 2 months later, boss finds out, oh, wait, why is this still here? Deletes it. Then he needed to then my supervisor called me once and told me they were, he's on lunch and he gets a phone call from our IT guy going, "Hey, do you happen to know all that information in your head so that you can tell us like some of these emergency client lists? We kind of need it right now."
I read there was a chick, she was a secretary, and her boss deleted her email before they realized that she's the only one that kept all their appointments on the calendar. And so the next 3 years of appointments were gone, and there's no record of them.
Brilliant. Yeah, maybe don't fire. Maybe when someone leaves, you just go through like their login stuff and copy important information that you need, and then you can delete it.
Yeah.
Or why not just transfer like the secretary email? Change the name of the email address, to like the incoming person. But yeah, that way it's still the same account,
One would think. No, that would be way too easy. And that would make sense.
Yeah, I mean, because it's company email. So like, have it just be like, you have it just be the name of the secretary that can be changed, but then it's at whatever.com or whatever it is. But that is the secretary email. And so if the secretary leaves, you can just insert the new name on it, change the login information, and so that way the former secretary can't log in anymore, and you're good. Why can't you do this?
No, not allowed. Too easy.
Now, another prime quality is initiative. And for once, I have something good to say for Walter.
Oh.
It's not hard to understand why he was unhappy whenever shipments were left just inside the door. The packages had to be hauled all the way across the room for wrapping, then hauled back again when they went out.
Get a dolly.
If you don't like the way things are done, you can spend a lot of time complaining about it. That was Walter's usual way. But this time, he got an idea, and he knew what to do with it. In every company, there's plenty of room for improvement, and the management usually welcomes suggestions from employees. Walter's idea was a practical one, so we adopted it. The company benefits through time saved and less handling of packages. The fellows in the shipping room benefit through having one of their harder jobs made easier. And Walter improved his standing with his employer by his display of initiative. But one good mark isn't enough. One day, not long after, Walter was taking advantage of a lull in the work, and Bob was bringing the shipping records up to date when...
What you got there? Shipment for you. Wise guy. Well,
Just
finally.
just sign off.
They've been running in here asking about every hour for the last 3 days. Sign here.
Yeah, he doesn't
That's the
care.
way it
Just
is.
just sign for it.
They wait till they've run out of something, and everybody runs around like crazy. No system, and nobody in charge with enough brains to start one. What a way to run a business.
You don't like the company. Why do you work for it? Me, I work for a swell outfit. I'm proud of them.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe I'd like to work for them.
He's the boss, isn't he?
What for? A press agent? Yes, Walter found out that nobody thinks very much of a man who talks against the company he works for.
My times changed. In fact, it's actually like, you know, generally speaking, when I hear people talk good about their company, it's, oh, they give me insurance. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. The former job I keep mentioning, I can honestly say worst job I ever had.
Gross.
Like to the point where when I would drive up into the parking lot, I would have like a moment of dread before I went inside. Like that's how stressful it was.
Yep. I know. Yep, I know that feeling.
Yeah. I legitimately put my retail job at Walmart above my old job. Retail over my old place. That's how toxic it was.
Good
times.
Love it.
And what did Walter gain by making that false statement about his company? Nothing.
Well, we don't know if it's
Except
false.
trouble for himself if it
Yeah.
got back to his employer, which it did.
Snitch.
I guess it's not very different from the way I was talking to you about the place where I used to work.
Well, there's a saying, if the shoe fits.
Oh, the shoe fits all right. You knew it would, didn't you? Yep, I could see my shortcomings all over the place. Dependability, initiative, cooperation, and loyalty. I could have done a lot better on every count.
You can do better. Come on.
But not here. You're fired.
sir.
I mean, you're not hired.
Well, Bob, I've got a new assistant for you. Bob Addison, this is Ed Blakesley.
Hi, Ed. Glad to meet you.
The Bob? Wow.
Oh my God,
As
it's
soon as he trains
Bob.
somebody to take over here, he's moving up to assistant purchasing manager.
Say, that's great. Mr. Wiley's been telling me about you and your brother.
My brother?
Yeah, your twin brother, Walter.
I had a point to make, so I invented a twin brother for you. You see, in this twin of Bob's, I was really describing Bob's poor conduct on the job when he first came to work here.
Oh my
You mean the way I was
God!
loafing on the job around here before? I get it. And then you... Well, if you can... Say, Mr. Wiley, did I ever tell you about my twin brother?
Oh, the one that's not the screw up.
Plot twist.
It was the twin. Oh my goodness. But Bob existed. We actually met the Bob. Aren't you excited?
Oh my goodness. I am excited, actually.
So that was 4 shorts on corporate America. I guess.
Very exciting.
Yes. Aren't you happy?
I'm so excited and happy, and I'm proud to be part of corporate America. Yeah.
Yay.
We did it.
Yes. Yes, we did.
I'm so happy. Oh my goodness. Well, you know, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
hungry. You know what that means.
I do. Yes.
It means we must leave.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. You have anything coming up, Josh?
No.
Well, neither do I. I will say that we may or may not be doing a show next week.
Probably will, but I'm not
It's
sure.
all Josh's fault if we don't.
Yeah, I might be doing some babysitting for my niece and nephew next week. Not sure yet.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
But if we do have a show, we will have something amazing and special. Don't you worry.
So amazing. So special.
Yes. And we totally know what it is.
Definitely no.
Yeah.
We're definitely not going to figure it out on the fly.
Yeah.
Just fine. Don't worry about it. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. We got it. That's all good. We know what we're doing. Say bye now. Don't tell me what to do. In 2 weeks. Yes. And I'm not 100% sure if we're going to have it on the 15th. So, we don't know yet. We don't know.
I mean, there's She just yeeted herself. Oh no, I have no control over the stream.
So, I flung myself out.
I noticed.
Fine, don't worry about it. We're a super professional place.
Absolutely.
It has been a while since I've done that.
At least since the last show.
Isolation. Yeah, exactly. So,
yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. We will be back when we're back.
Yeah, probably next week, but I'm not sure.
Like the professionals we are.
Yes.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.